Hello, everybody. I think I'm a minute late today. Just in a rush doing all sorts of other things to try and get them off. So, let me just turn off my phone. And I've had loads and loads and loads of messages coming in asking for readings with actually a very, very strangely just all of them talking about their stuckness. And I thought, right, this is something that we really need to address. Hi, Miriam and Heather and Anita and Mary and Terrell. And blessings to you too. And Asha and Francisca. Are you together then, that you've joined together? That's nice. And so we are going to start. Well, let's just start with a unicorn for tonight. And let's just see a general reading about all these messages about not enough money and feeling stuck. And I think that's what's going on in the universe at the moment, this stuckness business. So I think it's also just starting to ease out right now. And that a lot of it is about patience and then taking action. So let's see what we've got. Openings. Right. What did I say? A new door is opening for you. It's stuck to the card underneath. Oh, well, here we are. A new door is opening for you. So this is exactly what I'm saying. Can you see the key sitting on the ledge, just waiting to be picked up? This is the time when it's all about to happen. I think that if you hang on just that bit longer, there's the blue sky, there's the path ahead, there's the door opening, everything is going to start coming okay. Hi, Freya and Marco and Joy and Annette and Lydia and Carol and Melody. Hi, Melody and Hanneke. Hi. Freya. Hi, and Silka. Right. So we're just talking about that fact that there are so many people, desperately, some of them, coming and saying they feel so stuck. They feel lost in this world, in this strange universe. Hi, Patty and Marco and Caroline. Well, Caroline, here's something from you, very first one, and Dawn, and Christina, and Helen, and Kirsten, and Morag, and Teresa. Oh, you're feeling stuck too. Sharon, okay, from Queensland, and Petra, and Cicely, and Patricia, and Catherine. Okay, the first one from Patricia. Wondering, and this is again another common question, it happens to everybody, wondering why I can get such clear answers for everybody else, yet when I ask about me, I don't get anything. I don't get clear messages. Now, if you're in danger, you do, or if you need to do something, but when I ask about something for yourself, you can't hear anything. Is it a block within you? What can you do? Well, Caroline, when we're doing something for somebody else, we have clarified our energies. We are not emotionally connected to the answer. Hello, Jill and Caroline and Alina and Laura and Christina and Jana. Yes, you agree. Yes, we are not emotionally attached. So the answer is to calm and clear your emotional body. And one of the ways of doing that is the violet flame. That's really good, just to bring around you, calm your emotional body. Then ask your question. And then your question comes from a clear space within you. And it's not, I really want to hear this. Why desperately aren't I getting an answer? All of which are your emotional body churning up and not being clear. So, what do I think about what's going on with the earth? Well, how long have we got? I think I answer that question a little bit by bit every week. Okay. Is that all right, Caroline? Just try it. Try bringing down the violet flame. Sometimes it really helps to have the golden silver violet flame, because then you've got the energy of the gold ray of Christ in it, which is both protective, soothing, and calming. And then when you've calmed your emotional body, you ask your question and allow the answer to come through. Okay. Now, sorry, I don't know what I've done now, because I'm trying to just tick off that I've answered that question, because I had so many. Here's one from Yamila. She said, "Hi Susan, hi Susanna and Mags and Fiona and Lisa and Scylla." So I'm getting some people to say hello to and not others. And what she says is, the economy in South Africa, which is presumably where she lives, is flat at the moment and our business is struggling. We are so stressed. This is also worldwide. Can you let us know if you can recover? So, as you know, part of the plan is that people do what they find fulfilling for their souls. They need soul contentment and fulfillment. And what's happening in the world is that people are being made redundant, and that is your soul saying it's time to move and find what gives you soul fulfillment. People's businesses are collapsing. Now, the answer is, if your business is fulfilling your soul, if it's for the highest good of others, if it helps people and nature, then it has a very good chance of succeeding. If it doesn't do any of those things, if it's just purely about making money, then you may well find it collapses, because it's then your unicorns, your angels are going to be pushing you to find what brings you soul satisfaction. But you also need to expand your vision. Maybe it's been too narrow. Rise above the collective belief that's going on at the moment. So I'm just going to pick a unicorn card for this, because this is applying to so many people at the moment. Okay, what have we got this time? Service. Okay, here we are. Let me try and put these back. I'm sorry, I haven't got space on here to spread them out. What it says is, service with an open heart is a key to satisfaction. Now, as soon as you have this service with an open heart, you have the trees blossoming, coming out into bloom. So, Yamila and anybody else with this same problem at the moment, whether it's your business succeeding, your job not being satisfying, whatever it is, then start to look for how you can find that satisfaction. What is it? Is it being a teacher? Is it painting? Is it swimming? Whatever it is, that's what you're meant to be doing. And that's the service work. Now, also helping others. I mentioned, is your business helping people, animals, or the planet? If it is, then those businesses are going to succeed. If it isn't, then start seeing if you can put a lot more service element into it, or change your attitude to helping others through it. Okay, Emma, you did a lot of Reiki and fifth dimensional golden healing, lighting for others. I found that all forward movement is blocked. Myself and your friend were given a joint meditation a long time ago, showing us the future. Neither of us knew the other. Oh, sorry, I'm going to see if I can bring it down. Just learned that I can do this. No, I can't. It's gone up. I'm so sorry. I should have been quicker to get it. So I don't know. You'll have to put it up again for me to see it. And then if I will, I'll read the ending of it. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. Now here's another one that that's what I must do, because this is from Patricia. Where is it? Oh. Oh, well, what you say is, I think I have a great entity in me that's killing me on life. Everything's wrong. Thank you so much. Please send healing. Right. Now, I believe that you have sent emails, WhatsApps, whatever's, Facebooks, all sorts of things again and again with this message about how awful things are for you and how you have this entity in you. Now, this question, whether it's an entity or not, is being asked in all sorts of ways by all sorts of people. Now, your energy field attracts everything to you. So if you are constantly going on and on, that you have this energy around you, everything's negative, your finances are collapsing, you've got this dark thing inside you, and that's what you're thinking of, that's what you're giving your energy to, wow, you're going to attract more and more of it. The answer is not healing, because that's going to feed the whatever is in you energetically as well. What you need is to raise your frequency. Now, if you at this moment are at this level and you are attracting financial challenges, horrible things, horrible people into your life, and you're churning that over, you are stuck, which is the magic word that we're clearing tonight, stuck at that level. And you're not shifting it. Nothing is going to change. And so the only way to change it is to change your frequency till your frequency is up here. When you do that, then this entity energy can't find you anymore because it's looking on this frequency level. You are up here. So it's getting from here to here. And that is all the things we do. Now, I've had lots of texts about how, oh, I ask the angels, I cry out to the unicorns, I'm begging God for this. That's not prayer. That's not going to get you absolutely anywhere whatsoever, because that's begging and crying out and being a victim. So it's about making an affirmative prayer. I am golden light. I am the Christ light. Focusing on it, picturing it inside you, radiating it. That's my dog. I think she's having a dream that she's chasing something. That's having that golden ball of light inside you. And when you walk down the road, you picture that golden ball of light going around you, attracting good things into you. You affirm that you are this golden energy. When you want to ask for something, you sit and you ask with clarity. You do not ask from this space of begging and wheedling. That's trying to manipulate the energies of the universe, and it doesn't work. So it's really important that you picture yourself as a golden ball and spread that energy out from you. The more energy you put into that, the more quickly you will start attracting golden things of a higher frequency into your life, whether this is finances or this negative energy or entity or whatever it is. So, Patricia, I really, really ask you now to start making that shift now. No more of these terrible emails going on and on and on about what's so wrong in your life. I've had lots of them this week, but just absolutely starting to stand in your magnificence. And then the beings of light will see you. Let's see what the dragons have got to say for lots of people that are doing that. Okay. Oh, you've got the green dragon. Helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature and align with your divine essence. The other thing that you can do, which this card reminds us of, thank you, dragons, is go out into nature. Spend time there because the energy is higher. It's going to cleanse your energy fields, and you're going to find you attract higher frequency things to you. Call in the green dragon. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we sent healing to Natasha. No, that's wrong. This is another one. Sorry, cancel what I've just said. I will go back to that. It is something different, but there's also a very positive email from Natasha that we sent healing to. This is from Tash, and we did send her also a healing around her baby that was due to be born, and she had high blood pressure and a lot of things. And she's saying, just writing to say a big thank you to you and everyone for holding the light around my baby being born. She was born on the 22nd at 38 weeks, which is pretty good, and we named her Alia. Amazingly enough, on the day of my appointment to decide to induce labour at 38 weeks, my doctor was dressed in Mary's colour and had a more positive approach to the birth of my baby. I'm very grateful to you all for your support and guidance. Things have been a bit challenging with the financial strain, and she had jaundice, but again, with your guidance, and that's from all of us. She's got confidence that things will get better. So let's just send lots of love and blessings to that beautiful baby. And the fact that we all sent love and healing to her has made a difference, kept her in the room that bit longer. And look at her. She's absolutely gorgeous. And I think it's just so lovely that we were able to do that. And there was another one that we sent healing to. I can't find it. Never mind. There was another one too that we sent healing to. And I perhaps come across it. Now, here's another question that's come in. Okay, why not? Why not just take one here? Okay, Annette. Hi, Diana. Will my Reiki improve? Well, I hope that you're actually just practicing it so that it does improve and that you're raising your light and your frequency. Let's see what the unicorns say for you and for anyone else that is looking to improve their health. Look what we've got. Mother Mary. Now, what more could you ask? I think the answer is yes, yes, yes. So it says, Mother Mary and the unicorn are blessing you. So there she is, standing in her magnificent and absolute radiance. Oh, thank you, Caroline. She's going to do this. And so everybody who is on that wavelength asking questions about their improvement in their healing, etc., ability, their work, Mary is with you. Just focus on her. Wherever there's Mary, there's a unicorn. Wherever there's a unicorn, there's Mary. The two go together. Annette, I've just answered that question. She's sending it again. And so there's your answer. Okay. Oh, here we are. Thank you for telling us to use the violet flame with diamond and gold around us. Now, this is from Chital, who's very, very sensitive, and she was picking up all energies. So this is her response. When we go into crowds, it's helped me greatly. I always pick up energies as I walk down any street, but the flame has not only protected me, it attracts positive people and experiences too. I know this week you'll be doing readings, and I'd love to know my life purpose. What should my main goal be? Why am I here? Okay, well, I'm sure that at an inner level is but let's have a unicorn card for that again. It's all unicorns tonight. So we know that you're a sensitive because you pick up all these energies. You know that when you put the violet flame and the gold and silver violet flame around you, it makes a difference. When you use the diamond of Gabriel, it makes a difference. So your work is going to be something to help people with their, not the card I was expecting, with their healing and understanding life. Okay. Prosperity is flowing towards you, so be open to receiving it. Now, wow, this feels like it's absolutely for everybody, because so many questions today have come in about that subject. So there you are. I think that through your work, you are going to be touching people, opening up their abundance consciousness so they can be prosperous, and this is going to affect you so that you too are prosperous. Now, what I'd love you to do is give us some response to that later on, because it's really nice to get that response. And you remember, when I'm sending you something, everybody that's listening to this is also tuned in and sending you that energy. Look what happened with the baby. Look what happened with the violet flame. That it all makes a difference. Okay. Okay. Hannah, your energy the last 2 nights, one night you woke up at 4 with a huge headache. You don't normally have one. And tonight you could hardly fall asleep. Well, the energy in the universe at the moment is really, really strange. So one night you have a headache. So is that your third eye blocked? You're picking stuff up. The next night you can hardly sleep. So that stuff has come more to the surface and you're not able to sleep because subliminally you're concerned about it. My feeling is that you're very tuned into the collective, what's going on. You pick things up, and your third eye was working so hard that night, going out there, picking up the energy, trying to see what was going on, that it gave you a headache. Do you know, it often helps people to relax. Rubbing the temples is a good way of relaxing the third eye. What the little woman did when her husband came home from work, poor dear, after a busy day in the office, she just massaged his temples, his third eye. That would help you. But you are picking up the energies which are very peculiar. I mean, in the UK alone, you can hardly turn television on anymore. The news, certainly not, because it's just so repetitive, so angry, so combative. Okay. Right. Oh, here's another one. My husband and I are in our 30s. This is from Jill. We've had one 19-month-old son. They've been saving to buy a house for years, but we can't create the abundance that they're both working really, really hard for. You're craving a home of your own, which is absolutely right. Every person has a right to having a home of their own. And how am I blocking this from happening? Both have good jobs. We both work hard. We're not big spenders. And you've done lots of meditative manifestations. You want to feel open, but that magic word, stuck, from Jill. This is such a common one. The problem is At this moment, whether you understand it or not, or believe it or not, you have a belief that you cannot get a house. If you have a belief that you don't deserve a roof over, and you've probably got a roof over your head, your own home. If you've got that belief somewhere, however, ever, you don't even think about it, but it's there. That's never going to happen to me. I'm never going to be the lucky one. However hard I work, I never get there. That's a belief. So let's just all think of a belief that we have, something that's blocking our lives. And as soon as you recognize the belief, whatever isn't working in your life, you have a belief that's stopping it. Otherwise, it would already have happened. So just close your eyes for a moment and think about that belief. And now invoke the unicorns. And Archangel Raphael, who is in charge of the third eye. And just picture yourself going into your third eye. And there are 96 rooms in here, 96 doors. One of those doors is calling you. Your belief is stuck in there. And you are with your unicorn and Archangel Raphael in his emerald light. And they are merging over you so that the light around you is a beautiful, shimmering emerald white. It's their energy. And you are now opening the door, pushing it open, that has that belief behind it. And that belief is like a black blob. Might be small, might be grey, might be huge. But as you go in, surrounded by this white and emerald light, it dissolves totally in the light. And now you affirm the opposite. You affirm what you want. And this room is full of golden light now. You have shifted something in your third eye. You have shifted something in your belief system. And then just come out of your third eye. Picture what you want to happen happening. And then open your eyes. And chill. If you're watching, I hope that you went into that room and you really affirmed that you deserve to have a beautiful home of your own that you own and that it happens for you easily. Now, the thing is, you can do manifestation techniques as long as you like. You can picture the abundance coming. All of it helps. But if you've got a belief that you don't deserve it, a belief you can't have it for any reason, then it blocks it coming to you. I hope that what we've done tonight has unblocked some of these beliefs, and that a lot of people have shifted something, and it changes your life. Okay, Simona, you want something with your unicorns. Let's just see what comes out. You've got openings. Now, we've had this card already today. It was the very first one as I waited to start in the very first instant. A new door is opening for you. So just know that's now happening for you. The golden key is there. If you have unblocked something in your third eye, then you are ready to pick up that golden key and walk through that door. And this, I do believe that we've been going through a period of stuckness in the universe. I also believe that the energies are shifting right now, and that we can move into something completely new, and that the new threads are coming in right now of change. So if you've been patient and you've been holding on to the higher energy all this time, right? Yeah, Hannah, yes, exactly, your third eye was hurting a lot. Okay. Replying. Okay. Oh, okay. Linda, you'd like a dragon card. Let's get a dragon card. So I've still got loads and loads of... Oh, one has fallen out. Let me just see what it is. It is a fire dragon. Burn up the lower energies around you. Now, fire dragons do lots of things. Fire dragons put an etheric firewall of protection around you. They burn up the energies, any lower energies around you. They inspire you. They clear your pathway. And I think that this is the big message for you, is that they are clearing something from your pathway now, and it's time to move forward. This is very much the message of tonight. Clearing stuff that's been keeping you stuck. Time to move forward. Wow. Right. Feels as if that I'm missing all sorts of conversations that are going on down here because I'm focusing on what I'm saying, not on, and I can't read all of these. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that helped you, Hannah. Okay, let's see. Oh dear. Okay, Jackie, you're 70. You've been chronically ill for 20 to 25 years with mercury poisoning. What a nightmare, liver damage. But mostly you've got a housing problem. You lost your flat of housing association flat of 20 years due to illness. You can't find a home. I know that it was a very, very long letter, email about lots of awful things that are happening. And it was very much the churning of the lower energies that we've been talking about. And what you want is a home in Greenwich. And you say you've lost heart that you'll ever have a home of your own. Oh dear, do you know, it's awful, isn't it? However, this is the society we have built. We have to change our beliefs, and that will change what happens to you. So can we all send Jackie and anyone else who really wants a home that's just right for them? Let's create a portal of high frequency energy that people can step into if they have been stuck in this negative loop, and can step into to raise their frequency. Because it's when you raise your frequency and then you send out the vision and you send out the belief that you deserve it, that it comes to you. And it absolutely does. Hi, Natasha. Yes, I've had your emails. about your book. Okay, let's again close our eyes and start to create everybody. There's people from all over the world here. And create a beautiful golden energy. Together, we're creating it. Doesn't matter where it is, that's up to the angels to place it there. But everybody add golden energy. Oh gosh, some rainbow energy's gone into it too, which is interesting because that is about hope. So it seems to be golden and rainbow. Some of you might be getting different energies, but these are all high frequency, positive energies. And our intention is to create a portal, a high energy space that people like Jackie and Natasha, who's also been talking about problems, can step into. And we ask that the energy in this space holds them long enough for them to leave behind the old pattern and step up into getting a home of their own, the finances that they need. And any of you can step into this great ball that we have created. And there's a door in the middle of it. Okay, and the door you can step through into what you do want at a higher frequency. I very much got Jackie in here because it's Jackie that sent in the question, asking everyone to send extra golden light to her to hold her frequency high enough, long enough for her to get this home. And do you know, Jackie, if you raise your frequency, it can happen in an instant. I tell you, I was doing a course recently, and just a weekend, and there were 2 people on it that had intractable problems, really, really serious problems that there was no solution to, and it was completely out of their hands. However, by the end of the weekend, they both emailed me and a solution had come out of the blue for them because they'd raised their frequency to another level. They had left behind that old belief that there was no solution, and they had opened themselves up to the new, and it had automatically come to them, which is fantastic. Now, I mentioned, Natasha, I've seen your question here. You're asking if your book will be published. And we sent you healing for depression. We sent you Ascension Flames. And this is what you said. You've been in deep depression. You said, while I'm not 100% cheerful and singing and dancing, I have made a huge recovery. No longer am I staying in bed each day, but showering and trying to write the book. The Lord Vuslu cleansing was very powerful that we did that week. You're no longer telling people you have depression. The change has been significant. And then a whole lot of the negative stuff that's been happening, and I know it's been dreadful for you, but I hope you stepped into that energy portal. I hope that you did that. Regarding the book, I have got absolutely no idea. It's incredibly difficult to get books like this published. If it's totally right and special, and then it will be. And if you can't get it published by a publisher, you can always self-publish it on Amazon. Let's just see what the unicorns say. And for any of you that have got projects coming up at the moment, it is seeking good. Okay. Look for the good in your current situation. And what you have is somebody who is sitting there at the table with their head down. There's a golden cup there, there's money there, but they're not seeing it. The unicorn is behind them. And you know, what they've got to do is just look up, see the golden goblet, see the money, and be aware of the unicorn with them, and it'll happen. So, Natasha, I'm not going to say your book's going to be published. I'm going to say there are ways and means of getting it out there, and if it's meant to be published, it will be. And I think that your task is not to think, is it going to be published? Isn't it? It's to say, I am putting my best into this book. I am getting up in the morning, I am writing it. I'm really focusing on making it as good as I possibly can. And then when you've got it as good as you possibly can, you try to get it published. And if that doesn't work, you self-publish it, not paying somebody, but putting it on Amazon. And then you've got it out there. You've succeeded. And that's what you need at the moment. Okay, Emma. Shared vision for yourself and your friend, 20 years, both of you Reiki masters and golden healing masters. Oh, I'm not sure what the question is. Sorry. No, please don't email me because I have so many. I can't. I only get sent on certain ones now. Okay. Right. Oh, and here's another one that really affects a lot of people. Who is the best spiritual being to call to help my 15-year-old daughter Caroline? I think she's very unhappy. She's always been allergic to work. We've battled over cleaning up after herself and helping around the house for years. I imagine everybody with a teenage daughter is probably smiling at this point. She says she hates school more than most people, is only happy when she has no responsibility. She's not putting herself into anything. She doesn't think she's good at anything, which is why she's not putting herself into anything. She just wants to know how to get rich without any work. Can the unicorns help her? Rebecca. Look, there's two reasons for kids doing this. One is they're either very old souls. They've been here so often. They've done it all. Everything is boring. They just can't get a handle on what they should be doing in this lifetime. And so they say they don't want to do anything. That's very, very common. And they come into their own later in life. My feeling about your daughter is that she's not fully ensouled. She's not brought her soul fully into her body yet in this lifetime, which again happens to a lot of people. And the other is that she hasn't been around before, and so she doesn't know what's going on. And being on Earth is difficult. It's challenging. Can you imagine what it's like for someone that's been in a very high frequency universe? And they say, yes, I'll come to Earth and I'll hold the light for people. I know exactly how to do it. And then they get here. They go through the veil of amnesia and they can't get it. And your daughter is sensitive. So every time you send her a message saying, oh, you've got to clean up. You've got to do this. You're so lazy. You're not doing your share. You take no responsibility. She picks that message up. She puts a blockage over her heart. And I know it's difficult when she is manifestly doing all these things, but nevertheless, the shift has to come when she sends such a different energy that she picks it up and starts to wake up to who she really is. occurs to me that if, as I suspect, she's very, very sensitive and she's just got all these shutters down around her and she doesn't want to do anything to please anybody because she's locked away, is to just visualize yourself with Archangel Chamuel, the angel of love, and a unicorn merged together around you, the softest, translucent, shimmering pink. And I'm not saying this is easy, Rebecca. I'm just saying that it's worth trying. And then do not think a single critical thought because she's picking it up. Instead, sitting there in your pink and white shimmering light, you're thinking, this child is the most beautiful, amazing soul. She's come to earth and it's been very tough for her, but how brave, how courageous. All those gifts and talents she's got inside her waiting to come out. You know, if those are the things you think, she starts to pick it up and it unlocks her. Now, I'm sure lots of you will have other ideas for ways. Oh, my throat's gone. That's interesting. Probably I'm thinking this is what I need to do with my granddaughter, who can sometimes be very similar. And just try doing it. It can only help her, because we can't change anyone else. We can only change ourselves. But we incredibly impact on other people. Incredibly, more than we have any idea of. Okay, here's another one, which is again the same theme, which seems to be the theme for tonight, as I've mentioned. Much of my life feels stuck and painful. I have an autistic teenage son who is depressed, and that, of course, is very hard work, suffering from burnout because of exhaustingly caring for him, same time working as a teacher, and because of unhealed childhood trauma. You've been hoping for something new for both of us, a healthy change. You long for the natural world away from your crowded town, a place and situation that makes space for our natural healing processes to take place. But you aren't empowered enough to act on your dreams and longings. You don't even know where to start, Freya. And you haven't got the money. So the first thing is, you say your unhealed childhood trauma is holding you back. So why haven't you healed it? Because your soul came in knowing you were going to go through that trauma. And that was your initiation. That was a test in childhood. So many children have terrible things happen to them in childhood because that's either something from a past life, it's a bit of karma, some initiation that they want to go through. So the very first step is heal it. Look at it and say, am I ready to let this go? If I'm not ready to let it go, how long am I going to hold on to it for? The rest of this life? Another 2 or 3 lives? How long? And if you are ready to let it go, sit down and picture those people or whatever it was and forgive them. As we know, they may be soulmates. They may have stepped off their path to give you that trauma so that you could see if you could heal it. And when you've healed it, all that energy that you've used in continuously using in anger or just keeping it down or the shame or whatever it is free. It's released. You then have the energy to do what you want to do, to move out into the world and go into the countryside. The other thing is, caring for an autistic son is very, very exhausting. These children can be totally time-consuming, Take every second of your time, and perhaps you can look for some help, get some help. So visualize the help coming. I'm sure you've asked for it, but now you have to ask with a different energy. Do you remember? Not the energy down here. You raise your frequency and you ask from an energy up here. And if you say he won't accept it, that's part of the shift in energy. So picture yourself in that golden ball that we were talking about earlier. It's inside you. It's the Christ light. It's healing you. It's sending a higher energy around you. And it's attracting more things, better things into your life. And it will make a difference. Okay, I hope we'll hear from you that the difference is made. I'm going to pick an Atlantis card. I've been having the Atlantis card. Pick an Atlantis card for you. Let's see. Okay, you've got the 7 pillars of wisdom. Okay, just how funny, just what we've been saying. This card reminds you that you live in an ordered universe where there is a consequence for all your thoughts, words, and actions. You are guided to claim the power to enhance your life by changing your beliefs, understandings, and patterns. Watch your thoughts and concentrate on wholesome ones to create the life you want. Change your life by following the spiritual laws. Now, this card is about the spiritual laws. The mountains formed, or the Temple of Poseidon formed the 7th pillar of wisdom. That represented the 7 spiritual laws, especially the higher laws that when we adopt them, when we use them, the laws of grace, the laws of one, the laws of unconditional love, they literally transform our lives. And so quit the churning about what you can't do and move on to what you can do. David, I don't know if you see it, it goes ping. The message has just come in to say that the Zoom I'm doing on a date I can't remember about the healing under grace is now been put up on the website. So I have a Zoom on Sunday, which is about the unicorns. And this is a brand new unicorn Zoom. So it's about purifying yourself with the unicorns. It's about the wishes of your heart and desires of your soul being activated. Also going back into Atlantis to the Temple of Love to meet Lady Venus and shift your energy of love. Meet the king and queen of the unicorns and literally clear out and purify some of those old stuff that's holding you back so that you can create new patterns that take you forward. And then I'm going to do another of those spontaneous drawing Zooms because I just enjoyed it so much. It was such fun. And in this drawing, it's to find out your relationship with your unicorn. So it's to draw in a picture a person, a unicorn, a river, a bird, the moon, a boat, and a bridge. And then you make those into a picture, and you know how to be able to draw. You can use pin figures and send it in to diana@dianacooper.com, and I will choose some and we'll go through them so that'll help you to be able to translate your own. And that'll make a difference. Oh, Monica, your son hates school. How can you help him? He's 15 years old. I mean, if a child hates school so much, really should they be there? Because schools are not designed for the children of today. They will step forward and change the system as adults are not listening, but before long, they will be totally changing the systems. And if they can't cope with it, doesn't really help them to be there. That I'm afraid is my opinion, not necessarily Spirit's opinion. Let's see if the unicorns just say something about these poor children at school. You've got Uriel. Archangel Uriel. And it says, be a peace ambassador. And there's the unicorn working with Archangel Uriel to soothe troubled waters and do what is for the highest good. So if I were you, I would call in Archangel Uriel. He has this deep gold energy, and I would just keep sending that to your son to try and help him through this very difficult period. Oh dear. And I have to just quickly answer this one. Esther, next year you're going to volunteer working with people who are about to pass on to the other side. What angel can I ask to help me? And what angel to help the people I'm going to work with? Archangel Azrael. He is there at the birth and death of every single person and animal on the planet, or one of his angels is. And he will help you. And I'm also getting Gabriel to help you. But he will help every single person. And my daughter works in a hospice, counselling people who are she works with the families of those that are dying, and she also is very clear that that's their soul journey, their karma, and she also, of course, has very strong beliefs about there is an afterlife and angels to help us, though she doesn't say that. The very fact that it's in your auric field, a clear belief that you're going on to a beautiful place, that helps. And Archangel Gabriel can help you anchor that. Archangel Azrael will be there with them when they pass over. So I really hope that you find that job very satisfying, or voluntary work very satisfying. Anyway, it's a Whitman. Okay, just let's say goodbye. Make sure you just put a lovely golden ball of Christ light around you, and hope to see you on Sunday at the Unicorn Zoom. And next week I'm here doing something, and I can't remember what it was, but I hope to see lots of you next week. And thank you for all your questions, and bless you. Let us know the results of any healing we've sent you. Bye-bye.